Hey, everybody. This is Andrea Peters. Ho, ho, ho. It's Christmas time. I want to thank Diane Mentally for inviting me on this call. She's one of my dearest friends. We've been together for a very long time. We're actually have known her for mm, since we were kids. I've known her for a very long time. And thank you, Diane, for having me back on again this year to teach you Christmas. You know, it's going to be a little bit different, some of the things I'm going to cover, but I think they're really important. And I wanted you to, I really wanted you guys to hear my heart. And so I'm going to read this part because I think it's really important to have a really successful season, this little part. So I want to read it to you. So having a successful Christmas and holiday is an attitude, it's a mindset. It always has been, and it really is again this year. Every time I set out to change my outcome, instead of giving up, big things happened. So you can have the biggest season you ever had if you have the right mindset this year. You have to think abundantly. You have to believe in your mind that you have to believe in your mind you will have the most successful holiday season ever, and you have to do the activity to achieve it. You have to believe that. You really, really do. There are more ways to sell than ever before. So, you know, we did business this way. Now we have that much that we can do our business with. You must think outside the box. You have to be willing to embrace technology, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. If you can Zoom, if you can Facebook Live, and you could do tonight, and then if you're on all that, then you can do all that. You can do Zoom, you can do Facebook Live, and you can do tonight. And you will need to work smart, and in your mind, success is a done deal. So you have to learn all that, and you have to work smart this year. This is a completely different season. And success has to be a done deal. Failure isn't a part of it. You can't go at the end of Christmas, well, no, that's not how this works. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about that as we go. Now, this is the part you need to listen to me. I have been a merchant. This is my 51st Christmas. I opened my first store when I was 19 years old. I am now 68 years old. So I'm telling you, this is a brand new season. No one, no, not a merchant in this country can tell you what will happen. No one knows what will happen and how the season will turn out. It's all new. It's like a new frontier. All of you directors and consultants, you have to get in the game. You really have to get in the game. You have to be early. You have to be flexible. You have to be on task, and you have to be goal oriented. This Christmas has to be magical for your customers. It's a new year and a new world, and how we have done business in the past is just that, in the past. This is 1 year you will have to think outside the box. And the biggest thing you need to do is get excited. You know, the last 6 months have been trying for a lot of people, and it's hard to get excited. It's hard, especially now when we're talking about we don't even know what the future is. You don't even know if your kids are going to be in school next week, or they're going to be home next week, or they're going to do, hybrid the following week. You don't even know. We don't know anything. So people need to be happy, and you need to get excited. And this is the part I want to share with you the most. It is our job to bring joy, excitement, and ease to our customers. It's our job this year to bring merry, peace, belief, sparkle to their season. It really is your job. Okay. Now I need you to think like a merchant. It's not how you want to do business. That's not what this is about. When you're a merchant, it's what your customer wants. So a good merchant fills her wants and needs, and she has a big list this year. She really does. So are you up for the job? I got a little itchy right here, right there. Are you up for the job? Are you up for the most successful season that you've ever had? I hope so. So here we go. Okay, remember that. But there's no blueprint for this particular year coming forward. So what we're going to do is, I know a lot of you are new, and I'm going to talk about some basic things that I always talk about when we're going into a season. And then we're going to talk about how my suggestions and my ideas for this year, because it's such a different year than what we've had in the past. So the very first thing is the same. I left out a line, left out a good one. So this season, when we're talking about the same thing, how to make money, how to save time by keeping it simple, you have to keep it simple because it'll eat you up alive if you don't. Okay, you got to keep it simple. You have to have an open mind, a really big open mind, and you got to let it rip. This is the season that everything goes. You got to let it rip. Does that sound good to you? Well, I hope so, because now we're going to get started, okay? Okay, so these are the things I talk about every year, and we're going to talk about them again. They have not changed. So if you're brand new, this is what you need to know. The very first thing that you need to do is you've got to set a goal and create a plan to reach it. And that doesn't change. By setting a goal, you have to decide how much money you want to make. And this is no different. Don't make any excuses because there's a pandemic. Whatever your goal is, you need to go after that. So let's talk about that. It's the most important decision because when you make a decision on what your goal is, that determines how much activity you're going to do. So for example, I've said this 1,000 times. I've been teaching this. This is probably my 30th year of doing these videos for you guys. Well, we didn't do videos then, but teaching people that, I have a really, really bad habit. And it costs a lot of money. My habit costs a lot of money. It costs me about 10 grand a year. And that bad habit is I'm an athlete. I snow ski all winter, and I have a ski boat, and I water ski all summer. And between that, I need 10 grand. I need $10,000 to pay for my boat, my dock, skiing, and all that kind of stuff. So my goal is $10,000 to clear $10,000. So I need to sell $20,000 with Mary Kay somewhere in that vicinity every year. So if you want to make $2,000 and I want to make $10,000, the activity level isn't the same. So you need to know how much money you want to make because it determines your activity level. You can't get by. Now I'm going to be using old terms, so don't get excited. You can't get by doing one open house and think you're going to, make your money. So let's talk about how much money you can make. If you're brand new, I don't think you should want to sell less than $4,000, which would clear you too. And the season is long. And now this is going to change. This is one of the biggest changes of the holiday. Normally the holiday season starts in November, the first week in November, and it goes through December 25th. This year it's different. It's starting now. She's starting to buy now. And the reason for that is you got to buy it when you see it. Now, if you see a Clorox wipe on a shelf and you got 2 at home, you're going to buy a Clorox wipe because they're still the hardest thing on the planet to find. And so when she sees something she's liking, she's buying it now for Christmas. We've been programmed for 6 months that it's not going to be there. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. And I've just lost my train of thought. Oh, so I was saying that Christmas is normally, from December from November to December, which is an 8-week selling season, 9-week selling season. But now it's going to be spread out longer. So it's very, very conceivable that you could sell $5,000 worth of merchandise and clear over 2,500, clear 2,500 or close to it. Now that is a credit card free Christmas. Now your goal can't be based off of paying bills, because if that were the case, you could have sold enough Mary Kay to pay off your bills now. So Christmas has to be something special, something that you're willing to work more for. You guys are working, you're working full-time jobs. Most of you are working full-time jobs still. Now you got your kids at home. You're doing school at home. You have a husband. You still have to cook, clean, and do all that kind of stuff. And I want you to do Mary Kay. Oh, no. I want you to do more Mary Kay than you're doing now, because it's Christmas. There's only one time a year that you can make this kind of money. One time a year, and it's now. And Christmas is not going to go away because there's a pandemic. You cannot tell me that I'm not going to buy Christmas gifts for my children and my grandchildren because there's a pandemic. That's not the case at all. So I want you to pick that, look at that goal, what you think you might want to make, and go for it. And it can't be less. If you're brandy new, it can't be less than putting $2,000 in your pocket. Okay? Because it's going to be fun, or it's not worth it. Okay? That's that. Planning early. Well, we're planning real early. We're planning Christmas right now. It starts right. Bing, it starts right now. Today, this very second, is when Christmas starts. Now, the next thing that is a big mistake that I have seen people really, really struggle with, and that's price points that sell. And we're going to get into that when you see all these goodies behind me. We're going to talk about that. But price points that sell, if you overprice your merchandise, not in the category that they want to spend for a certain person, you're not going to sell those goods. So I'm going to read this. If a person is going to buy Christmas or birthday gift for an individual, the price today is about $25 to $35. So if I'm going to buy my sister a birthday gift, it's between $25 and $35. If I'm going to buy my family member a Christmas gift, it's between $25 and $30. That's it. Okay. People spend a lot of money on small gifts. See, now she may only need to buy 2 of those. But on small gifts, that price point, now this is changing. The price point was, from $10 to $20, but you can't get anything at that $10 price point. So they'll buy a lot of gifts. The price range is $10, $14, $19.99. A lot. So there, she may need 10 or 15 gifts. She needs teachers, she needs coworkers, she needs her girlfriends. So she needs a lot of gifts, and that seems to be the price point that they're most interested in. Okay. Now, mom, and mom could be $50, $100, but it's mostly 50, and she needs one of them. Or mother-in-law, she might need 2. Okay. So when I go into your houses and I've looked at your open houses or your stuff, and you've got everything priced at $50, $75, $100, $35 for glamour, gang, they're not buying them. It's not the right price point. So no matter how cute it is, you're not going to sell it. And the whole idea is to move merchandise. Massive amounts of merchandise is what you want to do this holiday season. So selling prices go like this: $10. Now, if you're going to pay $10 for a gift, would you pay 12? Yeah. So you don't want any gifts at $10 because they will pay 12. They'll pay 12, 14, 18, 20. And now we're going to have to go into that $22 price point because of the price of goods. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. You double everything. So for example, if your hand cream is 12, you paid, what did you pay for it? $6. You paid $6 for it. It's doubled. If you're going to put a pair of gloves for it, if you pay $5 for a pair of gloves is 10. So the gloves are 10 and the hand cream is 12. That's $22. That's why we have to talk about that. You want to double everything. You can't say, oh, I just want to make money on my Mary Kay. No, you can't, because this is what happens. What happens is you didn't mark up. I'm going to show you something here. This is a tea towel with hand cream in it. So I'm making this up. This tea towel was $5 and hand cream is $12. That's what it costs you. And you're not going to charge for the box or any of that. So this is in your head, right? So this was $5 and hand cream is $12. So you're going to mark it $17. Then a girlfriend comes in. Well, I had a company come in. I have a girlfriend of mine, not a girlfriend, but she's a client of mine that comes in and she buys between 25 and 50 favors for her husband's construction business every year for Christmas. So you go, she could buy 50 of them. So I'm going to give her a 10% discount or a 15% discount or a 20% discount. And so you just gave her 20% off what you paid for it. Now you just lost money. You have to double it. And you don't need to give a discount. I don't give her a discount. I give her these beautifully wrapped gifts when she wants them. All she has to do is put them on a table, and she's thrilled to death. She thinks she died and went to heaven. She comes here. I show her 2 different things. She picks something, and that is worth more money than any discount that I would ever give her. So you have to mark this up. Now let's talk about discounts. Outside of a discount that I give when I do open houses, and we'll talk about that. Open houses, gift shows, whatever we're going to be doing this year, virtually or in life, in person. We're talking about all that. You don't need, you're going to have hostess gifts, hostess credit, but you do not need to discount your merchandise. You really don't need to do that. There are times when you will, and I'll share that with you a little bit later. So those are the price points that sell. Men buy 50, 75, 100. Some guys will go more than that, but that's basically what they'll pull out of their pocket. So if you're doing a gift for a guy, that's the price point for that. Okay. Now, children, you spend about $2,000 per kid, and you spend $50 on grandma. None I gets a $50 gift, and the kid gets $2,000. That's how that works. I'm into this. I got 4 of them grandbabies. I know how this works. But that's what you need to know about pricing. This is very, very important. It's the difference between being successful and making money and not making money. And we want you to make money. So that's the other thing that I want to talk about. So now, people who have listened to me 1,000 times are sitting on the edge of their seat because they want to know what I'm going to say about this. So this is how this works. I have believed in the past you should kick off your season with an event. We have a starting of an event. And the reason for that is you're getting ready for that event. Once you get ready for that event, if you do it early in the season, then you sell. And that event usually is an open house. Now, We're going to talk about open houses, but you know, pretty much so we have, that may not be the case this year, okay? For some people. The reason is still valid. The reason that I want you to do that is still valid. It's still very, very important. We're going to talk about how you're going to do that. And the reason why it's valid is the people that do that, that had an open house. So we're going to talk about our options and how we're going to run our business this year. But the ones that did an open house and they did it earlier were more successful than those that didn't. Because what happens is you're fixing to get ready. Well, maybe next week I'll do something. Maybe the next week I'll try to see if I can't get Susie to have a party for me. Maybe next week I'll do. And so they eke away their season. I start November 1st. In my open house is traditionally the first week in November, and it runs. So, I mean, I'm open the whole season, and I make more money because I've extended my selling season. This year is going to be different, and we're going to talk about those differences, but I want to wait. Now, the other thing is, more so this year than ever in the past, the other big thing to have a successful season, and I'm going to go over these in a minute, is you have to have accessible hours. And you're going to have to be more flexible this year than ever with flexible hours in order to accommodate your customers. And we'll talk about that. I had a little girl that said to me, you know, I do everything you tell me to. I have the right price point, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, it's a bust. My season was a bust. And so I said, you know what, tell me if I had an open house. I said, well, when did you have it? She had it from 10 to 12 one day on a Saturday. Well, if you can't come between 10 and 12, then maybe that's only 10% of your customer base, and you just knocked out 90% of the people couldn't come, in that time frame. So that's what hurt your season. So we're going to talk about accessible hours. Now, we just went through this great big long list. I just told you, you're teaching your kids at home, you're working from home, you're working out, blah, blah. And so your time is more limited probably now than it's ever been. Or if you're working from home, it might be greater. You might have more time than you've ever had. But you have to realize that if you're going to accommodate a customer, you have to have accessible hours. Okay? So that's that one. Let me see something here. I don't want to. Okay. Okay. The other thing is, and we're going to have controversy on this too, but depending on how you do your season, I believe that you need to have more than one media in order to contact your customers. And I want you to listen to me on why I say this and how. First of all, if there is anybody sitting out there in I don't know, wherever you guys all live in, that your mailbox is still not full of paper from Macy's, Victoria's Secret, I mean, every conceivable magazine under the sun. You get stuff every single day. They do television, they do emails, they do everything, but they also do paper. So it's everything. So I believe that your invitation, or if it's not going to be called an invitation, but that there's going to be ways that you're going to need to contact people by paper, by a card, not just on your Peeps page, not just with an email. I think a good merchant will use all the ways to contact customers. And the main reason I say that, and I mean, I do it all. I do paper, I do email, we do phone, we do everything. Is because if you text them or email them, they don't even know how you did it. There's nothing tangible. I mean, they can delete it and they never see it. So you just need to be on that. And I want you just to think about it, and I'm going to put a little hex on you. I want you to see how much stuff comes in your mail. So just leaving it there. So what you say and when you do it and how you do it can be very important to the success of your season, is what I'm saying. So you need to think about all the ways that you can contact your customer during the holiday season. And in my opinion, it's all of those ways, not just one way. Okay, so that's that way. I'm going to go back to my old list. Okay, invitation, kick off your season, price points that sell, accessible hours, and that's the biggie. So we're going to go back over that one more time. You're going to set a goal. You're going to be very careful about price points that sell. You're going to kick off your season. We'll talk about that later when we decide how you're going to do your business. You're going to use more than one form of media to contact your customers during the holidays. So let's put it that way. That works really good. Okay. And then accessible hours.
Hey, Andy,
What?
question for you. They're saying that they keep hearing a rattling noise in the background.
I think it might be
Clicking or rattling.
I don't know. I don't think I can do anything about it. I think it's my speaker. Is it bothering them that bad? Should I move the speaker?
No, I think they can just hear it. I can hear it, but no, keep going if you can't change it. That's okay.
I don't think I can. I might need a new speaker. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to get to the part that you all have been waiting for. Okay, here we go. There's two questions, okay? Here's the questions. How are we going to do Christmas this year? What are the ways that we're going to be doing Christmas? That's one question. That's the big question. That's the $900 million question. And the next one, what am I going to sell? Okay, so let's start with how. Now, I want you to understand and listen to me when I say this. You're all from all over the country. You all live in different environments, and you have different ways that you can do business. For example, if you live extremely rurally like I do, the pandemic isn't really here like it is in the cities. I know that sounds, but it's not. And so you may decide to still do a form of an open house. Now we're just going to talk about that. So if you decide that that works well for you or you feel safe about it, let me tell you the things that you need to do. You need to be compliant with what the government is making stores do. So, I mean, people need to wear a mask. One of the biggest things that I think you need to look at is you don't want to have people all through your house. So you need to look at your door. Is there a dining room or an area in your house that you can use? Just keep it right there, where people aren't all going through your house. You need to control how many people come. Now that shouldn't be too much of a problem, because the biggest problem, the number one problem that people have and why they're not successful during the holiday season is because you're not in front of enough people. Now we're going to talk about the virtual stuff, but we're going to, let me go down this list a second. Let me do it this way before I have you all having heart attacks on me. So we have open house, you have one-on-one appointments, you have virtual appointments, virtual parties, virtual one-on-ones. It can be Zoom, it could be Facebook Live, and a ton of other things that I don't know anything about, and I'll tell you about technology in a minute. Videos, I did a Facebook video, or videos like where you take a video of your open house and you could send it to people. Maybe it's just a little commercial, thinking of it as a commercial type thing. I did a Facebook Live every Saturday. I did Facebook Live every Saturday when we were in quarantine, and 10 o'clock every Saturday, and it was unbelievable. I had people, I never miss you on Saturday. I see you every week. And I kept saying, you're not supposed to, like I was the I Love Lucy show. They were coming every Saturday to see what I was going to do. I was by myself. I was holding stuff up. I mean, I was using my computer. I mean, it was a joke. I would lose my script, and they thought it was very entertaining, and they came back every single week to watch me. So you can do Facebook Live things. We're going to talk about doing that, how you can do that. And I want you to think about this. FaceTime. If you FaceTime your grandchildren, and I know a lot of you on here right now are very young, but we're going to talk about technology in a minute. If you can FaceTime your grandchildren, then you can FaceTime a customer. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as using your phone and sitting down with a person one-on-one on your phone. Okay. Now, but there's lots of other things that you need to consider. If you're starting to do, you're going to do video or do virtual parties, whatever media you choose to do it in, and you can have people from all over the country, then you have to realize that you're going to be doing a lot of shipping. So what you show has to be shippable. Okay. And another thing, curbside pickup. I have people that still want curbside pickup. They come by here and pick it up. They don't want to have any connection with me at all. They just want to do a curbside pickup. Delivery. Now you go drop it off at their house, and whatever else you can come up with. This is going to be the season for you to think extremely outside of the box. Okay, so now let me go back to the open house. If you choose to do an open house, I have a lot of people that I've talked to, a lot of directors I've talked to, a lot of people in my area where they still feel they want to do an open house. I believe that you need to control how many people are there. So, and it could be to your advantage. Because if you only have 2 people at a time or 3 people at a time, then you can give them more attention. If they're signing up for a time, there's an app that they can actually sign up for a given time, like Thursday at 3 o'clock, they want to come and they write their name there. And then when there's no, if it's for 2 people, then they have to pick another time slot. So you may end up finding that people are more committed because they have to sign up for time. One-on-ones. Now I had 3 customers last month that called me and wanted to know if I was comfortable doing one-on-one facials with them. You know, Mary Kay, we've always been healthy. I mean, we've been sanitary with the way we do our business. I had a mask on, they had a mask on. We took the mask off. We did skincare. Everything was Clorox wipe before they ever touched anything. I didn't touch them. Put their mask on. I closed them, handed their product, and went out the door. 2 out of those people cried because, guys, they have been alone for so long, and they're not taking care of themselves, and they're to the point where they're unhappy. So they were people that, you know, well, let me tell you the sales. One was $167, one was $300, and the other one was over $200. I was very comfortable being able to do that for them. So you can do one-on-ones if that's something that is good for you. Now, when we talk about the virtual parties, you can do virtual parties. They take about, I like to do them on Zoom. That's the easiest for me. I want to be able to see people. So I personally do them on Zoom, and I'm going to give you a little heads up because Diane and her people are probably rolling all over the floor. But I do them on Zoom. I can see people. You can have a party. It lasts about 45 minutes. You can show them all your wares, but there's a catch. And we're going to get into the catch when we go over here, when we see product. You can show them all your wares and you can close them, and then you're going to have to figure out how to get it to them. So it's either going to be curbside if it's not local, or they can pick it up, or you have to ship it. So you have to think about that kind of stuff. And then I believe, I know that I'm going to do the video thing. I want you to think about this. I think this is going to be huge. Every Saturday, I have people on there, lots of people on my Facebook Live. And I was selling $1,000 in like a half hour. And they were contacting me all anyway. I have a website it just wasn't Mary Kay. It was, I have a little, well, anyhow. But at any rate, they were contacted by text, by giving me a message, by going to a website, by calling me. They were driving by and I was bringing bags out to their car. And it was a hoot. So now what about if you took your product, and you could do it every Saturday or whatever day you want to in a month of November and December, and feature stuff. Like, for example, if I'm doing this one would be like a hostess gift. So maybe you could do hostess gifts or gifts for neighbors or grandma. And then you show them 3 gifts. Say you're doing the socks. You could do the socks and then all spa products. So you can show them the socks. You could show them mask. You can show them the eye gel, booger, hickey thingies to stick on, you know. I don't know the name of anything. Stick the little buggers on there. You could do them. You know, you can do mascara, you know, so you can theme them. So you can do gloves and hand cream and, you know, scarves because it's cold outside. You could do that kind of stuff on week. And then pick other products that they buy. Eye makeup remover. When my customers come, they buy eye makeup remover, mascara, their foundations, you know, all of that stuff. So you could do a commercial a week and pick out certain things. They're going to buy what you tell them to buy. They don't know what they want to buy. But when you say your granddaughter would absolutely love this gift, or this is a great gift, you know, this is a great gift for the people that you work with. It's only $18, or it's a great gift for teachers. It's a great, then I go, oh, I need 5 teachers gifts. I'll take those. I like that. That's good. So you're honing in on a particular product on a Facebook Live. They're just sitting around drinking a coffee anyhow. They love that. So that's another option that you can have. That's like, I think it's more like a QVC kind of thing. That's what I was doing, and they absolutely loved it. So one-on-ones can be in real life, and one-on-ones can be one person on a media that you can see them. And I think it's just real important. Now, here's the catch with virtual parties. That's different with Christmas than it is with skincare. So I want you to think about this. And it's all about what your customer wants. And you need to think about what you're comfortable doing, how you could set it up. You could meet them in Panera, whatever works for you. You have to look at your environment and where you can go. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the other thing that's bad about virtual that you're going to have to think about is they can't touch it and they can't smell it. So you have to be on your game. And that's why I want you to really think about keeping it simple. When you go to pick out gifts, I want you to keep it simple so that you can really give them the information they need so they can make a purchase from you. When you're adding all these things up, you're going to get to do a whole lot more. So, okay, let's talk about the fun stuff now. Here's how this is going to work. You have to find out what's going to work for you. But remember, if you're young, remember that I'm the customer who is technically challenged. And I want to tell you guys something. This is real important. Okay, we're still okay. This is real important. When all this happened, I am artsy fartsy. And I have trouble getting my TV set on. And that's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. And Diane is my offspring. She's not only my girlfriend, she's my offspring. And her directors are incredible ladies. And she goes, why don't you come on my director thing I do every day? And so I went on there with them, and they're all, if you're not 68, you're 12. They're all 12 years old, and they know how to do all this stuff because you guys just do all that. I'm lucky I can work my phone. And I sat there like this. You're kidding me. I mean, well, you have to do it all virtually. And I'm like, I didn't even know what they were talking about. Had no idea what they were talking about. I was like in tears. And so they're trying to teach me how to do Facebook Live, teach me how to do Zoom, teach me how to do a virtual party. And I'm not understanding anything. And I would be on there for 2 days, and I couldn't go back on because I couldn't absorb it all. So let me tell you, I do it all. I learned how to do it. I got very good at it, and I can do those things. I can do Facebook Live. I can do commercials like you have never seen before. I can do this, and I can do Zoom. And that's what I need to learn how to do. And you have to learn how to do it. It's not going away. Technology isn't going away. And if you want to be old in a hurry, then give it up. You have to learn how to do it. And those girls were so good to me. Oh my God, they were so patient with me. And you know what they said? And I like what Diane said. What I didn't back down because it was tough. I didn't back down because it was, what did you tell me? I just didn't back down. I had to learn it. You guys, you just have to learn it. And this is a really funny story. When one of my consultants couldn't do something, and I said, come on, go to your computer and I'll show you how. Diane thought that was real funny because for me to say that I could show anybody how to do anything is amazing. But you know what? I'm getting to be a real guru. So now let's go to what I am a guru at, and that is products and what we're going to sell. So now let's talk about this. Everybody's flipping out because you can only buy 5 of everything, okay? So you buy 5 of everything. So that's what you buy. If there's no more left after they open it up to everybody, there's nothing left. Then you've got to create a Christmas. And I can do that for you. See, when you have your goal, I have to sell $10,000. Doesn't matter whether Mary Kay has product or not for me. I'm going to find product that they've got, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to own it, and I'm going to sell it. So let's talk about that. So I don't have to tell you, these little guys are beautiful. They're cute. All you got to do is stick a bow on it. Now you're going to have to be able to that when you do a virtual party, you're going to have to be able to tell them. But I don't think this part, if they don't get us more, that just fell out the bottom. If they don't get us more of that, you're going to only end up with 15 of them. And 15 of them, $9 profit times 15 it's $135 profit when you sell your 15. So we got to find more stuff to buy. Now, I think they're wonderful, and I don't think you need to spend time goobering these things. Just stick a bow on it. Stick a little bow on it, and you're good to go. I'm going to put these on the floor because it fell on the floor. Okay. These little sponges. If they're good where you're at, go for it. You get to buy, I think, 5 of these. And they're cute. They go hang on a tree. They're adorable. Okay. Now, the big one. The big one. Now, here's where Peter Packaging comes in. This is the sock, and it goes, I have to go so you can see. This is pale pink. This looks the best on this. And I didn't have pink ribbon. I can't find pink ribbon. Now, let me tell you where I get my ribbon. All the ribbon is either came from Hobby Lobby or Sam's Club. I can't dent ribbon to sell to you guys. It's just, it's price prohibitive. Sam's Club is and Costco has the best prices, and Hobby Lobby has some nice ribbon. So I wanted to show this up for you. I have very limited supply of these, so you need to get them while you can. They look adorable. I didn't have anything pink, but I had pink net. So I put pink net on it, and I kind of like it. I think it looks really, really cute. This has to be a magical Christmas for them. Now, as you go out and about and find socks. Now, here's the thing. Read my lips. Stores cannot get merchandise. What I was able to get is very, very limited. The amount of merchandise, the amount of new gloves, etc., that I was able to buy is very limited because they were manufacturing. We were closed down when they would have been manufacturing this kind of stuff. Isn't that cute? You know, you need these. You're allowed to buy 10. If I got 10, so you must be allowed to buy 10. And then I bought 30 more without socks. And I hope I can find socks. But I saw tons of these. So that's cute, adorable. Okay. $11. And you get the sock. So you can add the box to this one. Now here you can add the cost of the box. So the box is like $1.25. So you don't have to double that. But so, I mean, you can sell these for $12 or $13. I sell socks for like $15, $15.99, $16, I think, because some of my socks I buy are $3, and some of my socks I buy are $2. So I sell them all for $16. I have no trouble doing it. None, zero, zippo, nothing. So this one I made extra money on, and some other ones I make a little less money on, but I sell mine for $16. What else do we have? Oh, it's okay. You have the masking pods that are adorable. And you know what? They fit. I didn't fit in a box. They fit right inside a short box. Naturally, here. They fit inside this size box. They slip right in there. If they're adorable. You can make them up any way you want. And we put the brush on the outside. We did this last year, and I should have made one up, and I didn't. You can buy 5 of those. These little guys are adorable. They fit, again, right in a box. You just slip them right in a box, and they have more value. My favorite box this year is this one. It's called Believe. I know it's backwards, and it's metallic. I love this box. It's pink. It looks adorable with all that Mary Kay stuff. This goes right in there. This goes right in there. You put the little brush on the outside. It looks like more. Okay, so you can do this, and you guys will wrap it up, and you'll do all kinds of stuff with it. And it's $15. $16. That's a gift. This isn't a gift. You get it? You have to, they want value, honey. They want value. They want it to be sharp. They want it to be pretty. Okay, so there's that guy. Now, what am I missing? Oh, wait, I got my chart. Let me get my chart. And I'm going to tell you what we're going to do next. I got my chart. Oh, I got some, okay. So then, the soap. This is an empty box, but this soap is killer. And I made a living selling masks and hand soap. So this is something that people really wanted. It doesn't dry out your hand, and it's a nice big box, and it's $10. Oh my gosh, it's a price point we've been begging for. It's $10. So I'm going to show you 10 ways that I made this up. You ready? Okay. Where's my Believe box? Where's my, whoops, don't mind me. The Bless collection. Oh my gosh. This is a tall box. There it is that way. I have a bunch. This goes with my black and gold piece collection. I used raffia on it. Really pretty wrapping paper, and I just wrapped it. Just plain old wrapped it. Oh, I love this. This is a piece of ribbon. This is a ribbon. It came on a roll of ribbon. And that's it. That's the long red box. And it's got the soap in it. All right. And I have another one. Are you ready for the cutest one of all? Oops. You guys have been doing this for a long time. But you're using it on hand cream. And I just think he is just stupid adorable. Let me fix his hat. This is the hand soap. Whoops, he's losing his scarf. So now I want you to think about this. So you could take one product, and I showed you a million different ways. This product is this product. And I keep losing them. Is this product. Is this product. Same thing. So that's why it doesn't matter. Now, we have to hope we're going to get soaps. Okay. So if we don't get soaps, everything I just showed you is for naught. Okay. Now let's talk about the regular stuff. Guys, I literally make a living. Selling hand cream. This is our new glove in this year. This is a very, very soft felt, and it has a fur cuff. But the nice part about the fur cuff, it's not on the back. So it goes in the sleeve. So look at that. It comes in this color, gray, camel, black, and it goes really cute in this collection. So not the orange. There you go. See, so you can make a whole thing using these. You know, you can do a whole pastel look. That's what the Wonder Bag, whole pastel look with those. The other glove that is new in is the chenille glove, and that's this one. The chenille glove, it actually, and this is being a merchant, it's a little fuller glove. It's soft, very, very, very soft, and it comes in all kinds of pretty colors. Look at that. See, now I sell tons of these. I sell usually anywhere between 60 to 150 gloves a year. Now, here's the thing. We have 4 different gloves. These 2 gloves, this one here can kind of go, a teenager is going to wear this. She needs the button glove because that's what a young person or a 20-year-old or a teenager is going to use. It's our little button glove. And it's the buffalo plaid glove. That's these. Look at these. How can you not buy these? And see, now these show well. So if you're going to do virtual, look how sharp that is. This is a younger customer, but I'm not necessarily going to wear that. I'm going to wear the tweed texting glove that's on the website, and I'm going to wear the fur glove. How come I keep losing this stuff? You know, I'm going to wear this. So you have to have both, or you eliminate half of your audience. So this is an older customer. This is a younger customer. You need to have both. Okay, another one is this scarf. Now, guys, they didn't manufacture any new scarves because they couldn't. This is the only scarf they manufactured. It's the Infinity scarf that we had last year. It's a beautiful scarf, and it's on this, and it looks wonderful in that piece collection that I made. It's all black and gold. It's gorgeous. Now, how can you not want to buy this? Now, I put hydrating lotion in this one. I put hand cream in the other ones to control the cost. Look at this. This is a great gift. This has a 2-in-1 shave in it, and that's it. 2-in-1 shave in it. You could put 2 pieces in it if you want to, if you need a $50 gift. But the 2-in-1 shave plus this that came from the dollar store, and this is basically a wine box. You know, it'll hold 2 more than 1 product. It's a wonderful gift. It's beautiful. It's a finished gift. They don't want to have to go home and wrap it. or do something with it. They want it to be finished. Here we go. Got more. Oh, I know what I forgot. You ready? This is for the guys. This box here is for the guys. And where's the guy product? It fits, or is it, where's my, for someone who's pretty organized, I mean, how can I lose this stuff? It's like right in front of me, right? This holds both pieces of that set. So it holds both, I forgot the men's set. It holds both pieces of the men's set. It's really sharp. That's a really good looking box. And I have that same box. We have a men's glove and we do really well. It's supposed to be a really cold winter. So we have a men's glove, and then you could take one of those lotions or hair, hair shampoo and put it in here with the glove, or an unscented hand cream. We've done that too, or a shave cream. So it's whatever you want. But this glove is a beautiful gift for guys. And women are looking for gifts for guys. And you know what? They're not going to stores, guys. Read my lips. They're not going to go to a store. They are not going to stores. One where we live, because I live in a really bad state. Oh, here it is. Look at it. They fit right inside there. Here's my guy stuff. We live in a very restrictive state. And right now, if you want to go to the mall, stores aren't allowed to have so many people and you have to wait outside. They have clickers. You wait outside in the line before they let you in. So they're not going to go to the stores. Oh, I'm running out of time. Okay. This is a headband. This is a new Animal Prints Are Huge. It comes in 3 different colors, and it's just on a regular box. And then you put hand cream, leg energizer, whatever you want in it, lip balms, anything you want. Speaking of lip balms, look at this. You can use these for samples. It says sparkle. You can put lip balms in them. This one says beautiful. They're perfect for a lip balm. They're perfect for lipsticks, eyeshadows, lip balms. I love these for lip balms. Look at that. This is the Bless one. So now when you're doing this, look at, I found these mugs and I used net on it. It's not like that's too stupid cute. I want these. I really, really like these. Isn't that cute? But here's the thing. You're not going to buy one, go sell it, and think you're going to go back to the store and get it. It's not going to happen. And I can tell you that I have a fraction of what I normally have for merchandise on Peter's Packaging because it wasn't available to get. They just can't get it. So that's going to be that way with everything. Here's the Peace Collection. Look at this beautiful bag. Is that bag not gorgeous? Look at this. Look at that box. And can you not, do not forget, you got to have the glitter eye makeup remover. I sell 1 million of these. And I do them like this. I take them out of the box and put a bow on them. And see how I have this marked? I mark all this stuff when I have open houses so people know how much it costs. Now, what we're going to do this year, I'm not real sure. But you need to know that. That's something that you readily can get. You know, the charcoal mask is something you readily can get. You can just wrap this. You don't have to do anything. You can put a washcloth with it. If you got the little washcloths, you can put washcloths with it. Put the brush on it. Or see, when you put the brush on it, it's too high for me. I can't sell a $35 gift. So I can't buy this for $35 and sell it for $35. This is a must. This goes with the Black and Gold collection, but this is an absolute must. Satin hand sets. Now we're going to talk about quantities in a minute. This satin hand set, don't decorate this. You guys try to decorate this. And then she goes home and she still has to do something with it because you're not going to give it to someone like that. But look it fits right in here. Fits in here. Fits in here, guys. Okay, this way I lied. The gold and silver are bigger. So it fits in just like this. That's part of it, goes in here just like this. The snowflakes, it fits in there, but you got to take it out of the bag. The bag is gusseted. So because it's gusseted, you got to take it out of the bag, but it fits right in here. So you take it out. You wrap it in tissue paper. You don't do what I'm doing. Because people say, did you wrap it and pick? Yes, you wrap it. It's a gift. You want it to be special. We're going to talk about special in a minute. You fold the bag. Stick it in there. Pretend it's going in there. It fits. There you go. Ta-da! That's a gift. So you have to think about what she's looking for. She's looking for gifts. She's not going to go to the store to buy wrapping paper. Guys, and she's not ordering it online either. I mean, she may, but you know what I'm saying? You have to think about what she's doing right now and what she needs you to do. So let's talk about, hey girl, beautiful, still good. Tons of bags. We have tons of bags. This is over the top. This box is expensive because it's 3 colors. You should be selling these right now for birthday gifts, whatever you want to put in there. This box is killer. How can you not? Isn't that adorable? I mean, oh my gosh. Just put any product you want in it. It could be a lip gloss. It could be hand creams. It could be masks. It could be anything you want will fit in here. You need to be a gifting business. That's how you do $10,000 with a business. You want to get everybody on her list. Now I want to give you a couple of scenarios and then I have to go. I got 10 minutes. I don't want it to be longer than an hour. Two scenarios I want to share with you. One, Doreen in my unit, through her church, did an incredible business last year with shut-ins. There are a lot of people that are older or they are disabled or whatever, and they can't get out at all. And so she went to them and showed them Christmas, and they were buying $200 and $300 a pop. They were so thrilled because they couldn't do that. You can do, if you're going to do virtual parties, you can do mother-daughter virtual parties. Mother-daughter being me as the daughter and my mother who can't get out. I could go to her house and we could get more than one elderly person on there where they can, and I'm supposed to be the elderly one, where they can shop and they can enjoy it. You can do cousin parties. You can do, if you did happy hour doing Zoom with a group of girls, you could do it, on Friday and happy hour, and you can do shopping, Christmas shopping. It's endless. And they can have their friends and their family on. My girlfriend's daughter, lives in Columbus. So that's like 4 hours away from here, 3 hours away from here. She can have her girlfriends on and she can be on with her girlfriends. And they can do it virtually. So it's open and it's just wide open what you can do. And I know that in an hour I can't dent it. And I know in an hour I didn't help you, but you have got to sift through what you personally can do in the area that you live in during this pandemic. And that's all I can tell you. It's totally unknown. Nobody knows what's going to be successful. The big thing is you just got to be doing it starting now. And you got to be booking private appointments and the one-on-ones and whatever. Start now. That's why you have to get ready. You have to have this done in September. You have to get out there. You got to see what's available. You've got to order your Mary Kay. Read my lips, read my lips, read my lips. I don't care if you have to rob a bank. You've got to get this stuff ordered. You got to get hand creams. You guys, you should have 50 hand creams to 100 hand creams on your shelf. Because then that way, it doesn't matter whether we can get the other products or not. Don't get hung up. I got people like, well, it's so disappointing because we may only, who cares? Who cares? It has something to do with Christmas. If I can only get 5 of that leopard hemband, you better hope you're one of the 5 to get it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? You better get your Christmas list done. Go through your list of who you want to give gifts to. Chances are all this stuff will be gone on your own self. But get it done and be a joy to people. Be a joy to people. Get a signature. What's your signature going to be this year? Is it going to be a special way that you deliver those products to them? Is it going to be a little Christmas card with a piece of candy in it, thanking them for their years of dedication and business to you? If you're brand new, thanking them for helping you build your business. You hope that you made their Christmas bright. You guys have to get a twist. You've got to get a signature and you've got to want it. You got to want this worse than anything in the whole wide world. And I want you to think that you're delivering something to them that they can't get. Oh my gosh, this is not a happy time. Make it a happy time for your customers. Now, last but not least is this. I realize that a lot of you are looking at me like, okay, that's great. So you want me to buy 100 hand creams, and where am I supposed to get the money to do that? And I'm telling you to rob a bank. Rob a bank or do a bunch of parties this week and get the money. But let me tell you something. Whatever, and I believe this with all my heart. And those of you that have been in my workshops have heard me say this. If you make a commitment to $200 worth of Mary Kay, $200 for your season, then so be it. Go out there and sell it and be proud. and then turn it as much as you can. Turn it and buy whatever's available that you can make a gift out of. And you guys have to be thinking 2-in-1 shave, hydrating lotion. Oh. One of my best sellers is the body butter. I can't sell any of the other pieces personally. They just don't sell for me. But this sells all day long. I sell tons of this. I sold like 6 of these last week. Anyhow, now I'm going to make a commitment to inventory. And if I make a commitment to inventory, you can't have mine. Guys, you can't have mine. I'm going to tell you what I did. I'm going to end with this little story. And years ago when I was starving to death, I sold my boat. And it took me a long time. I got divorced and it took me a long time to be able to buy a boat. And I had bought a boat and Christmas was coming and I had no way of paying for Christmas. And I sold my boat. And it was so traumatic and it was so sad for me that my daughter had to go down and sign the papers and bring the boat down. I couldn't even do it. I couldn't even be there. So I made that sacrifice. Now, I have bought 2 boats since then, and I have my dream boat right now. And we're talking about ski boats. They're not like $3.99. They're a lot of money. But because I sold that first boat and I floated my season and I have improved and gotten my Christmas every year and have grown my Mary Kay business and am very successful as a Mary Kay sales director, because I made that sacrifice, I have what I have today. So you cannot borrow my inventory when I made that sacrifice. So it's okay wherever you come at, but just know that you can borrow stuff. You can't, especially this year. You just can't. So now I'm going to end this with one last little thing. And I love you guys. Oh, I got 4 minutes. This is so perfect. I'm so excited. I want you to embrace Christmas with every fiber of your body. I want you to go after that goal with a vengeance. Now, I had a director years ago that all she did was sell hand creams and gloves. She sold $10,000 worth of hand creams and gloves. That's all she sold. She sold it to everybody she knew. She took a glove, never mind, and she took this box and she sold $10,000 worth of hand creams. That's 500 gloves she sold. That's all she did. And I want you to think about that. So maybe for some of you, that's all you're going to do. Pick an item, whatever it is, this or whatever. And I think we're going to have to sell this for around $20 or $22 this year. But take this item and sell the cooties out of it. That can be your whole season. I want you to keep your eye on that goal. And I do not want you to think that a pandemic means that you can't reach it, because that's not true at all. And you have 10 ways of selling merchandise this year. So I'm going to end it with this story about a goal. My son, when he was a little boy, my daughter and my son, they, and you guys have heard the story 1,000 times, but it's the truth. My daughter and my son came home with 24 candy bars, and Ricky was like in 3rd grade, and he wanted the TV set. The person who sold the most got a TV set. He was going to win the TV set. And he was like in 3rd grade, and he went out, or Nikki went out selling the candy bars, and she knew nobody wanted to buy candy bars. She came home, she called my dad, and my dad bought them all. That's one way of doing it. So if you can get your dad to buy $10,000 worth of Mary Kay, good for you. So Ricky went out and he came home and he had blonde hair and it was snowing. It was like sleeting and his face was all red. His nose was running. His coat was all hanging out and he had stuff coming out of his pocket. He goes, Mommy, I sold 5 candy bars. He was so excited. So the next day he went out and he came in the same scenario. His nose was running and his coat was off and money was coming out of his pockets. He goes, Mommy, I sold all the candy bars and I even got rid of the bag. Was so excited because he got rid of the bag. And he was a clever little boy because he would go to one house, like my girlfriend's house, and he would sell her a candy bar. And then he would go back 2 hours later when he knew that her husband would be home and he would sell him a candy bar. So he did this. And I said to Ricky, happens to be extremely successful today. I said to Ricky, how many no's did you get? And he went like, he looked at me like, I don't know. I didn't count them. But Nikki counted them. Nikki counted the no's and quit. Ricky won that TV set. He didn't count them. Don't count the no's, guys. Don't get hung up on technology. Learn it. You have to learn it. And do it all. Do some of everything that you think is safe. And remember that your customer's #1 concern this season, and this is a fact, this isn't something I made up, it's her safety. #1 concern is safety. So you need to provide to them what they're looking for. And they do want one-on-ones. They're hungry for one-on-ones. They're tired of being by themselves. They don't want to order online. By the way, they don't want to order online. They want to be able to see and touch and feel it. So if you can make that happen for that particular customer, good for you. I love you guys. I believe in you. Know that it's a short season. It's starting today. And the girl who has the goods is going to be the girl that's going to make the world go around at the end. So get your stuff ordered. Do not delay. And have the best selling season you've ever had. And those of you that are brand new, the world's in front of you. You could do a lot this season. And just do it from your heart. All of us need to know that we need to do this from the heart. And we need to spread a little magic to our customers. Love you guys. So Diane, I'm done. And I love you all. And I'm very, very thankful for this opportunity that Diane has given me. Thank you, Di.